Welcome back. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard.
How exactly do you keep an eye on the evidence?
I just made sure nothing moves with a security camera monitor. That room's so still, even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings.
You interred?
Videos and nothing aren't that useful. The time would come, I erased the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes have to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I erased the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life.
This guy has a flair for the dramatic. It isn't going to do him any good. I'm gonna cut him. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room.
They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. That ain't my style.
I put a cactus up for extra security. And a rope.
I've gotten Detective Goodman several times.
It's funny.
And then I stabbed him. Uh-oh.
But you made your rounds in the day of the crime, right?
And you heard of what I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
Desperado I know join the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime...
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
And there was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner. Can't say I do.
Well, now you're just lying to me. Don't lie to me.
Why?
It's part of the SL9 incident.
No?
Which he was an investigator on.
That still doesn't prove that he was in that room that day. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired?
Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway.
Wasn't it his blood print or his locker that we found blood on?
Yeah. Most of the fingerprints were found on the bloody handprint.
There you go.
Yeah. The print had been wiped. It's on the very far left locker.
There you go. That's how he was in it. That's how I know he was in there recently. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
Shut up, I don't care! And yet you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism.
Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
The pedals move, the chain pulls, that's it. It's quite incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Now that he mentions it, I'm gonna yawn again. Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. He wears gloves. Why does it open so nice to his hand then? He's just standing there just, open, you son of a bitch!
God. Maybe if I remove my glove. Oh, it's actually very easy. How did that work?
They put the same fingerprint stuff in James Bond's gun and Skyfall. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Said to wrap his hand around. It's like, yeah, that's him.
Oh.
At any rate,
it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Pissing. I remember that. I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down.
You at the bar? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yeah.
What were you doing at a place like that? You're a cop eating spaghetti.
I was eating spaghetti.
Of course he was. Of fucking course he was.
I'd even angel steak, which can beat that Paulus Vongol sepia pasta.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
Are you telling me you're gay?
Maybe.
I don't like them.
Judge,
No,
it's 2024!
Honor. That was 2016!
I hate him!
Judge, calm down! You're gonna get us fired!
Continue your testimony before he goes on a more homophobic rant, even worse homophobic rants.
I've heard stories of them from the likings of Ben Shapiro.
I know! Oh God, stop him, please.
That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
That's strange. This is usually where the Edgeworth says,
Did you not want to raise this year?
want to raise this year?
Very good impression. I'm just an innocent man, so you thought I am a lot of time. I hit the trail.
I mean, it was an impression. I'm supposed to basically mock you. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
That's right, partner. As you call it, evidence. You plan to pin me to this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you'll just waste my time. That's how I'm gonna hit one of them. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
How's this?
Very good.
I drew.
You got some talent there, partner.
Thank you. They didn't allow me in artist school.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign.
I'm so happy you picked up on that.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
What about the governor? They always listen to the Texas governor. Everybody, just barricade your house, sit in front of the door with a shotgun. We'll be okay. That tornado ain't gonna do nothing.
If it gets a little bit close to you,
Start shooting.
Start shooting.
So it can throw the bullets back at you.
It's shooting back! Return fire!
No buckshot. Slugs only. Officer Marshall, the tornado's shooting back at us! We got shots fired! Shots fired!
We have to win out the big guys.
If you get snowed in this month, eat your animals. We will find you in the morning.
We will find you new animals, so I'm sure Oklahoma has some that we could steal.
Donkeys, you name it, they got it. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card.
Somebody say my name. Trump. I'm here. I'm here.
Up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I better up the ante. You like?
Oh yeah. Do this, and then you do. What was it?
It's the handprint.
That's the wrong thing.
You just fucked me.
Ooh.
I'm dead.
Mr. Wright, you moron!
Ah! Okay. All right. Now.
You like fish, John?
Got it.
God.
Yeah, I do like cod. Does it strike you as odd? Yeah.
Get
I like some cod.
Dr. Seuss out right now. He just looks at his minion. Kill him.
With Dr. Seuss?
No, John.
No.
Fishburne just says kill him. Strangle him. Shoot him. I don't care. Sir Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. Little testy, right? I was just asleep on the stand. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
I don't have to. But it's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind that at that scene. Or to be exact, a handprint.
That's real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds, about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
I only wish it were, officer. I only wish it were. But you see, It's not me. It's not my.
It's not Doe or Ray.
I'm saying the lyrics, the zombies by the Cranberries.
Oh.
Your fingerprints were covered in blood. Way to shit on a good song.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene!
The blood was wiped away, however, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? It's like, are you making fun of me?
Seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Or nobody having a head.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. But I swear to God, you lie to me. No ice cream with your lunch.
No, you can't do that.
I can! No dessert for a week. Found at the scene of the crime.
Like I said, only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Well, didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he had on the hee-hee gloves. I hope he took his pills again.
The witness's explanation appears valid.
I don't care what anybody says, that's a funny joke. As
About,
dark as it is.
like he turned into Link. Link noises are just Michael Jackson.
Instead of doing his iconic dance move on stage, he's just rolling on stage.
Michael Jackson came out with a new hit dance move.
Calls it the Spider-Man.
Yeah. I'm a Spider-Man.
Look at me, I'm Peter Parker.
Although there's room for doubt.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
I'm Mickey Mouse.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something, I can feel it. Alright, who's the fuck who's taking my name? Just give him the South Park treatment.
I want you to rub your penises for money.
Now's my chance to prove it. Bloodstained fingerprint.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room.
But in blood? It's because you, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month?
Yeah.
Blood sacrifice.
That's right. That, and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said.
It's my locker.
That's my locker. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. Locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see.
These stranger my prints weren't all over that locker.
Again, this isn't just normal fingerprints, this is also with smeared blood.
Well, he explains that in a second.
Apparently, its fingerprint data was never removed from the locker's programming. Must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it.
He found on the bar. Found on the bloody handprint on the bar.
Say the beginning part of that, which threw me off.
Couldn't have been what? That literally says nothing new. It's just one of them just happened to be the same place as the bloodstained handprint.
I guess we just basically verified that it would be his handprint.
I guess so, yeah.
So then, what about the bloody handprint?
Wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened the murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
Are you left-handed?
I believe that's the right hand.
I know, but to open the door, maybe putting a hand up there. I wouldn't put my hand on the locker and then grab it.
Yeah.
That's a weird action to take.
What he does with his locker is up to it's him.
Does he caress it?
Yeah.
Calm down now, little kitty.
Oh no. Just gonna open here for one more second.
Oh. I'll make it gentle this time. Chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
On the contrary, one can argue the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me for the mere fingerprint. You wanna know why?
You'll have to kill me.
The blood Fine. The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated.
Unrelated?
They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast while the other's a type of murder.
He's right, you know.
Yeah.
Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
See what homonyms have to do with this. I don't see what phenomena has to do with this.
Oh, didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves?
How do you know that? I watched the video.
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a bloodstain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprints.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
Picture?
This seal of blood in the desert, just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality.
You dug your own grave!
And that's this.
Security tape.
So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
There's no blood on the lockers, is there?
Well, let's take a look.
No blood.
No blood.
This is before the stabbing happened, though.
Yes?
To be fair. But he also doesn't leave in this video, so there's no way he walked back in and... Got gloves?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't have gloves on?
No.
I thought he had gloves on!
He does not have gloves on.
Oh, that's right, because he opened... Well, the locker was already open.
Yeah, the locker was already open. And plus, that's not good, man, so...
You son of a bitch, get out of there!
Yeah. Yeah! Oh! 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 Ah! Hire me. Anyplex?
You're fired.
Dawn.
What the fuck?
What did you say?
Why did I never notice that?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a weird thing hanging out of a locker.
It's not there now, but it's there later.
Is that the one thing I missed?
Yeah, that's the one thing you missed.
I'm so blind.
Oh.
If we just replayed it in two watches,
Yeah.
without stopping it ever, I might have been able to fully pick up on it.
Nope, I've had it playing for like a long time. And even with the jump cut with it just disappearing, you didn't notice that.
This is really bad. Oh, yikes. Embarrassing.
Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner?
I think it was you now. Now knowing
Hold on
that's
a
your
second.
locker.
Hold on a sec.
What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me into this crime. Isn't that right, partner?
I mean, for cut, you also, I'm fairly certain, are using the same knife.
If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
Can we test that knife for the blood of Officer Meekins on it? But the video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Starring Ashley Johnson.
Places you can't see.
Oh, Blind Side! I love that movie! Those are great people in real life.
Ooh. I mean, the kid and both kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Cameraman's panning back and forth. Floor isn't shown. The camera's panning back and forth. There's someone operating that camera. Hey, Ted.
Hey.
Someone was familiar with the camera's position. They could leave the room without being caught on tape. Like he did.
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Wow, Mr. Wright. If you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do show.
Well, the evidence now is Soap gets put in that locker.
I'm gonna assume it's the jacket. Maybe.
Okay.
Very well.
Sorry, Your Honor, I don't mean to make fun of you. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Oh, I tripped.
Oh, court is dismissed. Fire!
Now then, let's have another look at that video. I want to see Officer Meekins get cut up. Show us the incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall.
Fasting forward, fast forward, Bobby Boo, people.
Can't believe I was that blind. I was focusing way too much on the right side then.
Hey! No. Beeple.
Crawls on the floor so they can't see him. And then really quickly just get in there. Bringing our attention back to the security camera. Is it a mistake, I'm afraid?
You'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
Days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
I'll cut you. Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. If you watch it just closely and you replay the video instantly, it teleports away. And I was blind to it for a very long time.
I was blind, but now I see the light.
My name is Booker DeWitt.
No, that's not my name.
No.
Call me Comstock.
That's his name, yeah.
Hey, spoilers, man.
It's a 50-year-old game. They played it back in the pioneer times.
There's another one coming out soon. Get over it.
Troy Baker was there 50 years ago. He's an immortal man.
He was the original Indiana Jones.
Harrison Ford is the one that replaced him.
It's because he kept breaking his leg every time he stepped on stairs.
Yeah.
Then clumsy Harrison took over afterwards.
And then Harrison crashed his plane 7 times.
Hey, Harrison, what are you doing today? I'm gonna go fly my plane. Son of a bitch.
Red alert! Code red!
He leaves on the plane. They automatically call the cops. I'm gonna warn you, Harrison's in a plane again.
Oh, okay.
You might as well shut down every highway, every golf course, every trail.
The locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. No, you don't even have to rewind. You could go forward.
Yeah. He's got a giant donut. He's got a donut. He has a donut. Where'd you get the donut, Beacons?
My hemorrhoids.
Oh, it's his hemorrhoids pillow.
Oh, the white cloth! It's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order, order! It would seem that...
Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man.
I shot the sheriff.
So, what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it.
Phew! He's firing at us!
The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine.
You can't do that, though. Why is it so hard for you to comprehend fingerprints?
Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
This guy is just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade,
He doesn't know.
but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened the locker? Now prove it.
Ka-chow!
Bah!
Pew! Ka-chow! Shk-bing!
Fingerprint sensor?
We talked about this earlier today. Lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this.
In any case, the locks...
Obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? It's really tough jerky if you can't get it.
I only got one word for you, partner.
Gave up. No! Just the fact he gave up on the jerky and then acts like he got shot.
Order, order, order! Witness! Explain yourself!
This is a joke. It's the worst I've ever heard.
I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Mark. Now then, please tell us, why did you kiss my mom?
I thought she was hot.
What were you doing? What you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime? Please, just...
Ole! Please answer the question.
What, is he now a bullfighter?
Ole! Answer the question.
That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans.
It's a nice floor.
There's
We
no
planned
place
it.
for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep.
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
Right there? I'd assume he's probably at the door. Well, hold on.
At the time of the crime, whenever Meekins was getting stabbed...
Oh, he was the one doing the stabbing.
Okay.
I thought that's what they were asking,
Yeah.
but then I was like, why are we asking this question? I've shown that he's the one who put something in the locker. Therefore, it was him in the video. I'm too used to like actual like Sherlock Holmes in-depth thinking on a lot of shit.
We do get those, but you know, there's a lot of times where we have to state the obvious.
I hate being a lawyer. I quit. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
The prosecutor position is already filled, so you can't be the prosecutor.
What about the judge?
The judge is good, yes.
There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
No, Your Honor. We've already stated it wasn't him. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
But that's preposterous! Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir.
Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond?
He suddenly pulled a knife on me!
You son of a bitch! Something about the officer's story puzzled me. A knife? An ID?
A knife?
The man had his ID card. God, put a comma there so I know that my brain can comprehend those two words repeated. Why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it. He would have given himself up.
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. I pointed this out at the beginning of the trial. Not in the game, but to myself.
Good for you.
Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? And he was the first one on the fucking scene at the actual crime scene, so he was able to drop the ID card. Great. Awesome.
You got quite an imagination, Put. What do you mean?
He was the one who was controlling the prosecutor's crime scene, where we found the ID card.
Oh, he was the one investigating. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who planted it. Also, bite a piece off that jerky! Stop yanking on it!
Got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
I don't like when people yank on their meat. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim.
Well, let us open your locker.
No.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't hear me. See me complaining.
You are, constantly.
Hey! Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. No, I need to get into that locker.
I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the dessert. The desert he. I guess
Dessert.
The dessert. You couldn't take the dessert.
You couldn't take that pumpkin pie.
That's a classic.
And the pecan pie.
Great British Bake Off.
And the walnut pie.
Slogan.
And of course everybody's favorite, but people always make it. So you could say, wow, it tastes like it. Cheesecake.
It's everybody's favorite, but it's always everybody's go-to for cake, and you're just like, what? Or pie, whatever you want to consider cheesecake. You always eat it, and you're just like, yeah, it's cheesecake. I don't know. It's not life-changing, it just tastes like cheesecake. After that food rant, the following message is brought to you by Southern Cheesecake.
The Cheesecake Factory.
Get your heart attack now.
Yeah. Do you want to pay $40 for a cheesecake? You're in the right place.
You want to eat a salad that's got over 2,000 calories? Cheesecake's the place for you. Speaking of cheesecake, this can't be happening. My heart! I'm having a heart attack! Too many salads from the Cheesecake Factory. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do?
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Oh.
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics. Stop helping me, Edgeworth. I hate you. Me, that would be Mia used to tell me. What Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box.
Jack of the box.
She always said that when I had my head up her skirt.
Jack of the box.
I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Or rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
Hide the evidence.
What evidence?
Jacket.
Why?
Is that blood on it?
There you go.
Yes.
Why did I have blood on it?
I feel like a teacher just questioned me and I wasn't sure about the answer. And the teacher didn't stop questioning me. I had that happen a couple times in high school for sure. The teacher's like, yes, and? I don't know. Is it this answer? Correct, and?
Good, yes. Hey, what's your birthday? And where were you on January 42nd? Where were you on January 6th?
Guarantee that happened. And I called 2 classes that happened in. One had to have been history.
Yeah.
The other had to have been English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just read this book. So what's this part about? This? Yeah,
No.
Why?
No.
I don't know. Because the dad's a good lawyer and the guy got in trouble for something that he didn't do. And it's the message for the Mockingbird.
Yeah, but what does a mockingbird mean?
I don't know.
And who played him in the movie? Vaughn, it was Gregory Peck.
I only know who played Boo Radley.
Really? No.
Yeah, I can't tell you the actor's name.
I would think you would only know Gregory Peck in that.
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. It was Reese Witherspoon.
I don't even understand why he's not even at the top of this cast. He's a pretty big character in this show. I didn't even know Steve Buscemi was in it.
This is the original movie, right?
It's Lonesome Dove. It's a TV show.
Oh, the TV show. I was like, what? I don't believe Steve Buscemi was in the original.
This is not.
Movie.
No, it's Robert Duvall is
Yeah.
Boo Radley. Because that was the big thing Ms. Collier pointed out was, anybody know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know. It just immediately was like, you're probably not going to realize it because he is extremely young in this movie. And any movie you see him in, he's an old man.
That's true.
She said Robert Duvall. I was like, no way!
Oh my!
I was the only one in class who knew who Robert Duvall was. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as a detective gunman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason and killed a man.
The fact that white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So,
Just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions.
That's shaped like a key.
I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Okay,
My only shot.
Let's not throw away your shot. Time to take a shot.
Ooh. I stole his alcohol.
What, you think I was trying to quote Hamilton? I only like good musicals. What, you think I watch Wicked? I only like good musicals.
You think I watch West Side Story? I only watch good musicals. What musicals do you watch?
Kinky Boots.
They were very kinky boots. The best boots. And I wanted her to have those boots.
I don't know why that musical popped up in my head. Never watched it. All I remember is your project on it.
I did do a project on kinky boots, yes.
Very well. Let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away his clothes. Please show us
his clothes.
why.
He put away his clothes.
Yeah, because there was a girl in the class who did it on Phantom of the Opera, and she kept doing her presentation over the movie instead of the actual
really?
Broadway musical.
So it was quite obvious.
Gibbs kept getting on to her, saying, "No, not the movie." For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet.
Yet?
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood.
Oh.
He shit himself! Oh, a bloody white coat.
A bloody white coat!
Clarkson!
Hammond! Did you stop him in the evidence room? Well, I was trying to get to the car. Hammond! You blithering idiot.
May's the only one who doesn't get called out most of the time. He's normally like right in the middle between the two stupid.
Lay off of him, Clarkson. He was just trying to kill somebody. But our ratings!
May, he's a blithering idiot.
I know that. But you'll see me complaining all the time. I only complain whenever
Actually, May,
when my water isn't room temperature.
it's ice cold.
Could just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker.
Not bad, partner.
It's part with a T. Now, Edgeworth, would you like some tea? You are my partner.
I do love tea.
It's chamomile.
Mm.
I've also got some Earl's Grey.
Now then, wait, is that my Earl's Grey? So you're the thief. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth and nothing but the truth?
Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ow! He shot me!
2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent as you were today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we?
He was in there trying to do more digging for the SL9 case. Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
Alright,
7:30, I took a shit.
seems the time has come, and I'll tell you all about it in
The next episode.
So there you go, watch it for this episode of Ace Attorney. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell to be notified of time I upload. But cheers.
Clint Eastwood.
Bye-bye.